Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Random Gamers Corner. Wow, it feels strange to say that after all this months, almost a year, maybe, but now in a different form, which is YouTube recording, but on the PS5. So this is not sponsored by PS5, but thank you, because now I finally have an idea. But I am joined by a dear friend and a co-host that I missed talking about any subject officially, I guess, in quotes, about when it comes to games, and that is Nathan Habibi, as
Hi
that's
guys.
his username. But yes, he is here. Oh, as you can see in the
Yes, I
video.
am.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to do this different format for the time being, see how it goes, see if people like it or not. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about at least one subject for per episode, see how that goes, and
Pick your hero.
hope for the freaking
Or
best.
villain. I'm not
While
judging.
we have game chat and game stuff going on. But yeah, figured this would be the way to try to get back into the swing of things. So Nate,
Yeah, this might be challenging trying to speak and also, game. But we'll do the best we can.
yeah, that's why we're playing against bots just to make this a bit easy on ourselves. Like, at least there's something on screen for you to watch while you're hearing us talk. So, actually, I think there's a lot of YouTubers how they do some things, you know, like not video essays, but they're talking about subjects, and then while gameplay video is going on.
Yep.
Yeah, but this time we're actually actively playing, so this may be
Easier said than done.
yeah, especially when I'm like, should I put the volume all the way down? Like it's stuff like that, you know. But anyways, okay, let's continue. I'm nervous. Nathan, how you been, buddy? Like, let's start off with that. You know?
I've been alive. That's. I mean, yeah.
Nice.
You know, we've got right. I'm doing it. I'm making it. We've all got. It's one of those times, though. You know what I mean? But I'm here. I'm happy to be playing. All that good stuff. Happy to be joining you. What about you, Mr. Alex? How are you doing?
I'm hanging in there in different ways. Like economy-wise, it's like, oh man, it's tough out here. But I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get through things. I'm trying to get whatever game I could in, whenever I could. Oh man. Yeah, trying to get in some gaming in whenever I could, but honestly, I've been busy for the past 2 weeks. I'm feeling blessed. Been working like full-time hours, thankfully, because of working morning sport.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's fantastic, man. But that's why I've also been very busy whenever. Well, I mean, I'm hanging out with my wife when it comes to the afternoon, so that's why I also don't. I'm not available during sometimes, but still, anyways.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I just game whenever I could, and I try to hang out with you guys, of course. Like, don't worry, everybody, we're all still friends, of course. Duh. Mason's just not here with us because, well, yeah, he got an early birthday gift, so happy birthday in the chats. But anyways, yeah. But yeah, we all been doing good. We're trying to hang in there as much as we could, honestly. Oh, jeez. But other than that. Life has just been busy. I've also been trying to donate plasma now to
Oh, that's right. You were telling me
yeah. I kind of learned a lot while doing this for like almost a month now. I think maybe it's already over a month, but it's trust me, folks, when I say this, that if you're going to be donating plasma and you're trying to do it like a regular thing, like every week, please try to make sure that you're also trying to take care of yourself mentally, because you may not think it, other than like the physical toll, you know, like putting your arm through pain whenever you're what's it called, whenever you're donating plasma, you also gotta like be wary about the fact that you are like sort of like putting your mentality a bit in a tough spot. Like you're just sort of wondering to yourself, like, is this all I'm going to be doing? Like, am I really getting by like this? Stuff like that. It'll be tough if you're donating plasma, but you know, as long as you have a good support system, you'll be fine. At least I'm starting to feel a lot better than I did back then, so that's the good thing.
So what you're saying is it's not the time for me to start. right now.
I mean, anytime's a good time to start. It's just that as long as you know how to take care of yourself, or at least you try to be aware of like how much work can be put into this kind of thing. Like it may not be work, but it's still good money if there's a promo, and it's helping people, which is always a good thing. Unless that person's a criminal. I'm just kidding. But that's bad, Alex. Come on. But no, that's pretty on brand for us. But anyways, it's something you should be careful about. That's the overall statement. Yeah, but other than Plasma, yeah, I've been trying to hang in there, trying to do content creation, just like Nathan here. Like we've been trying to do YouTube for a while now. I was just inspired by Nathan to get into more YouTube, so that's a good thing. At least I hope so, because I'm learning a lot more on how to do this kind of stuff, like understanding editing and all that, trying to be better about this kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, I'll put our links in the description later on for the podcast and everything. But yeah.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you saying that, Mr. Alex.
Of course. Of course, man. I mean, it would be pretty weird. Like, hey, we're bad guys. We're doing YouTube video version of podcasting again. But like, forget about Nathan's YouTube. Forget that guy. Like, that'd be pretty messed up. It's like, what the hell? What kind of comeback is this?
It's all right. I'm trying to get in the swing of doing it regularly, but man, it's like every time I try to do it like at an increased volume, something ends up happening. I did like 2 videos out within like a week.
Yeah.
And then I don't even remember, man. It's always something, some random nonsense pops up, and it takes my attention away. You know how it is, just life.
Oh yeah.
Away. Life is not like consistency, is what I'm starting to feel. You know what I mean?
Honestly.
So it's so hard to get into like routine. I don't know if this is true or not, but I feel it. I feel like, you know, they say like habits, if you want to start like a new habit or a routine, they kind of take like 10 days to really like solidify. You know, so it's like the hardest within those 10 days to really get shit going. And yeah, so it's tough.
It's very tough. There's like points where I'm like, what's the point of doing this? Or when I'm trying not to think about views and all that, I'm just like, you know what? I'm a freaking baby right now with this type of subject. Like, I just keep doing what I'm doing, keep doing my work, try to do whatever it is I could. But yeah, sometimes there's no time. Wow, that thing just fell off the map. Anyways, that was crazy. But it's just interesting, like, see like yourself grow in a different way as a person. Like, all right, can I really do this for as long as I could? And then see yourself slowly try to figure out little mental tips to try to not overthink things, and try not to also like let it get to you, because it can really get to you. It really can. So yeah, man, especially finding the time to do anything. Like, yeah, that's also something to say. Like, other than us catching up, like content creation, you gotta make time for it. Playing with friends, you gotta make time for it, especially when if you've been a fan of the show, you know how crazy our time difference is. So it's tough out here, but not that tough. It's just, yeah, exactly. We do what we can. So, oh shit, we won. Anyways, beyond that, yeah, we're just hanging in there as much as we can, and we felt like, you know what, we don't want to lose the podcast. We miss it. We want to bring it back in some type of way, and right now it seems like this is the most time-friendly, I guess money-saving friendly as well, considering I don't have to buy a laptop yet. Not yet, at least. But also try not to, I mean, and I guess convenience-friendly? I don't know, I feel like that's repeating the same thing. But you know what I mean. So, yeah, this is helping in its own way, which I'm very thankful for. Which, again, I hope we can continue doing this. It'll be awesome.
I agree.
Yeah. It's like, geez, like I haven't spoke this much in a long time. Where like just us focusing. So speaking of focus, the focus of what we want to talk about, at least for this little gaming hour or 50 minutes, however it goes. I just want to talk about the Nintendo Switch reveal with Nathan. Like, I guess the new things that they're trying to implement, or just the reveal overall. Like, you said earlier before we started, you said you haven't seen the video yourself, right?
No. I can tell you what I've heard about it, but it's not very much. And I can tell you some speculation I've heard prior to the video, but I don't actually know very much about the subject matter.
I feel it, man. I feel it. So, from what I've been hearing is that they are going to be doing. We are finally getting to the era of now even Nintendo Switch cartridges now being like the same kind of deal as Xbox and PlayStation disc, where it's just a physical thing. It's just giving you a license to just download it. That's to download it digitally now. So it's like, oh, so it's finally here. Like, this is the actual deal now for this edition of the Switch. I mean, I don't know if I could say like, what is disappointment, when I feel like this is where we've been leading to, where how we've been seeing the Xbox and how PlayStation is. It's like, you know what, should have expected it, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to expect this though. Like, I didn't want this to happen. Like, it sucks. Like, I don't know. It's like, what's the point of having a physical thing at this point when it's just useless to have around? Especially when they're going to be making the physical cartridges more expensive than the digital now, which is, I feel, is very, very reversed.
You'll need to hit hard. I'm not really sure, to be honest. I feel like, because we've talked about this a couple of times, I don't remember, I'm sure we had to have on, like, I can't quote you an exact episode or, like, an exact quote that I said, but, I know we've talked about, like, the fact that, as games get larger and larger, it's like, even, like, the smallest games these days are, like, maybe I'm talking, like, really small, really simple kind of games, like, for example, Fall Guys, right?
Oh, yeah.
Fall Guys, I would imagine, is not very, because we were trying to play Fall Guys a little earlier today, ladies and gentlemen, but, yeah, we had some difficulty, we couldn't play, but, anyway, I had to download it today, and it was, 7 gigabytes for essentially just like a little obstacle course, you know? So it's games getting as big as they are, we've talked about like discs and stuff, and cartridges, they're just not going to be able to contain them forever, not unless, like, I don't know. I think to have them physically at some point would get more expensive. I know in the past, probably not so much. You think about like the GameCube discs and how small they were and stuff like that, but like these days using cartridges and stuff like that, I think the way to go forward if you wanted to do things physically would be cartridges. I don't think discs, I think they're kind of on the way out, to be honest. I don't think that they are physically capable in their current format of holding, all the required space like storage and stuff. They just can't hold it all. I could see with advancements in like, electronics and stuff. Although I don't know exactly how that would work, I'm just speculating here.
Right.
But I think, like, I don't know, I think it's just kind of one of those things, it's kind of how it goes, and I don't think, I think to a degree what I don't like about it is, I was seeing something like they were gonna charge, this is what I saw from like a little headline, I think it was something like $80.
Oh. Yeah.
And that's fucking ridiculous, because I was looking at games like the newer games, like the games that just come out. I remember like growing up, a new game was $59.99. Like from GameStop, say it was like new, like the new Call of Duty at $69.99, and I'm like, oh shit, man, that's kind of crazy.
It's kind of toxic.
It could go as high as $79, you know, for like premium editions and things like that. So I don't know. I just think it's. I honestly think like as far as like selling you a license, I think that's kind of like a matter of. I don't think they're necessarily being like too in that regard. I think they're making this big shift to like say screw you. I think it's just the only thing we can do to keep moving forward physically. You know what I mean? Also, having said that, I don't like the idea of like digital licenses and stuff like that. For physical, it kind of makes sense to me because, like I said, we can't keep progressing with them for very much longer. I don't think, anyway. But I don't know. It's kind of a double-edged sword. I see as I don't know. They certainly don't need to be charging $80 for something that you can play maybe for until the support ends, you know?
Right.
So I don't know. That's kind of like there was a discussion going around for a little while about like developers, like if they make like by example in like a multiplayer game, you know, like a exclusively multiplayer game.
Yeah.
Then they should make some kind of like single player something or other. That way, whenever, because you have cases of these games that'll die off after like 2 years, even less. We had like two. I know Concord was like the major one, but there was another one that was like Concord that had the same thing happen. It didn't get much publicity though. But yeah, it's been saying like, oh, there should be like a single player mode. That way, they can at least play the game even if it's not in its best form. Because you know, you buy the thing, you spend this money, it's an investment, then you're gonna be told you can't play it. You know, a year or two, 5 days later. That's not cool. You know what I mean?
Are you talking about Justice League? No. Suicide Squad kills the Justice League?
Maybe? I don't recall the title of it, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I remember, like, I watched a video on, Moisty Critical was talking about it. And I was like, damn, okay.
Oh, that's the name I remember. Oh, right. Wait. Oh, I was... sorry, never mind. I was thinking of a different YouTuber, but I was like, oh, I never heard of that name in a long time, but never mind. But... yeah, you're definitely right about double-edged sword, because we already spoken about a long time ago, and unfortunately we started seeing actual examples already happening where, oh, okay, this license ran out, now you guys don't own this anymore, it's gone, or, oh, this game, we want to remove this game, so it's out of your library, sorry, sucks to be you, stuff like that. It's...
yeah.
Like, we're seeing them more and more, and I'm like, shoot. I know we did talk about quite a bit back then where I was like, oh, this could possibly happen in the future. I'm like, I'm not liking where this is going. And
yeah.
Fast forward to now, I'm like, damn, I really don't like where we're going. Because, I don't know, because, yeah, it was like $80 for 80 or 90. Shit, it sucks, man. But 80 or 90, like Mario Kart, the new Mario Kart game is supposed to be for this new Switch console, Switch 2. I'm just calling it that. Well, I think it is called Switch 2, so anyways. But then there was also like the new Donkey Kong game as well. I was like, that's cool, but what sucks that I don't really feel excitement for this new console just because of how these changes are sounding. I'm like, I think just because how experience has gone with the Xbox One and PS5, I'm like, I know, it's like, oh, Xbox One, that's old gen. And I was like, yeah, but still know some things like, oh, I can't play the games I want to play on Xbox One because I gotta have a Series X, but that's besides the point. It's just that I just like noticed that, oh man, this is gonna be our reality where, like, I do admire some of the things like, oh, okay, the Switch digital cartridge thing where you could like let friends borrow it for 14 days and then it expires and all that. Why would it expire? I don't know, but like just like people like start sharing their games with family members and such. So I was like, okay, that's cool. But then there's like the whole thing about the rest of the concerns. Like, okay, well, here's some of the games that are from Switch One compatible with this edition. But you know that they're not gonna focus on that any further. And like, why would they? It's moving forward, And even then, if they want to move forward, I mean, want to bring up anything from the past, that's what they got the Nintendo Switch Online for now. And they've really been adding a lot. I'll admit, they add a lot more stuff on there. But I'm just not a fan of paying for another streaming thing. Which feels like that's just more and more of what we've been having in the future. The present day. So, yeah, we're just like dwelling in our sorrow for a moment while playing a game. Let me see. Let me try to see if I could figure out. I guess specs or all that. Switch to specs.
Yeah, see, I didn't hear about, like, for example, I didn't hear about the sharing. See,
Uh-huh.
that sounds pretty cool. Even if it's not really long, like, 2 weeks or something like that,
Uh-huh.
14 days.
Yeah.
I still kind of like that.
Yeah, like at least now there's like a better free way than just like thinking like, oh well, now you gotta buy 2 of these things to if you want to like give it to someone, or if you want to be like a digital person, digital only. It would suck. Like, oh shoot, I want you to play this game, but I own it digitally, or how some games are nowadays. Oh, I only have the digital version because physical is so hard to get now. Which that's bad. It could get really bad, especially if you don't try to keep up with how some prices would go, or just like how even in GameStop or retro places, like, oh, these games are almost already gone. Like, I don't know what you're trying to find it here for.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. Things are just crazy. And I think the state of gaming as a whole is crazy.
Some people in Discord earlier were saying like there might be a crash, like, for gaming in general. Like, I guess not like gaming, because like, we're gonna have different things overall. But
Yeah.
but when I asked like, what about AAA gaming, like to have a crash itself, I feel like that's the one that's gonna take a bigger hit, because we've been seeing it more. Like, layoffs are still happening, which is ridiculous. But at the same time, it's sadly the reality of our reality. Wow, I could word right.
The reality of reality. That's
Yeah,
very true.
yeah, it's very realistic, but it's really bad. But anyways, it's just the reality of our situation. With what was I saying? I know I'm going off. Yes, thank you. Yes. Wow, are we experts? But no, this is on brand. But AAA, like, I'm feeling like this is not gonna go well long term for AAA, as we've seen. Again, the layoffs and this because during COVID, that's when gaming really, what's that word? They did very well, especially since during COVID, people can't really go out much. So what do? They buy games. They buy games digitally, and that really helped with the boom. But what happens when that boom goes down? Well, boom, goes dynamite. Yeah, like now, like, oh, we're not making as much money as before, because people are now sort of like going back to normalcy with living their lives. Like, oh, they don't really like games as much, so now they're just only playing one game and not getting anything new.
Yeah, or they don't have time to play like they did before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the what do you call it, stimulus checks, suddenly you can afford like a couple new games, on some other stuff,
Right. Oh man, dude, I'm still pissed about the people that turned dogs that they couldn't afford after all. I'll never get over that. That pissed me off. Like, why would you get a dog and then return it just because like COVID was ending? I'm like, oh, that's disgusting. But anyways, but that's besides the point of me raging against the people and the machine for a while. But yeah, people are part of the machine too in their own sick way. But I know it's wrong. But it's wow. I feel like it's gonna happen. Like AAA it's gonna take a hit in a weird way. But I know that retro in wait, whoops, whoa. Retro and indie might still try to thrive during this time. And you know what? Who could blame it? Like you use less material, or yeah, use less material. Shoot, you can even have like a one person making these kind of games, because that's we already seen that happen during COVID. So that's what helps out a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I was able to like play so much Wrestling Empire, and that was like a little example right there of like, oh wow, like this is what we could do with more, not more time off because I was essential working, so bleh. But just like I appreciated more of indie games now. And that's why I'm like, whenever there's like a pushing back the release date of a game, or what's it called? When a game's getting delayed, like the Prince of Persia remake, or when some games are coming out at once, I no longer feel the FOMO as much. For people who don't know, that means fear of missing out. I don't feel as much because I have all these other games to play, and also like plenty of spare time to be playing these games. Yeah, so
True.
yeah, it's quite something. I feel like that's what I'm glad to have, that kind of little advantage of not feeling too much panic. But
True.
yeah, but who knows how long that's going to be.
I feel like too, I think that I think the real people that are gonna suffer, to be honest, aren't even necessarily like AAA companies. I think it's gonna be the people that if they're in the crowd and stuff like that, the people that are losing their jobs, sympathy for like the AAA
CEOs.
like the AAA kind of like culture is just not all that. They're very. Oh, how do I even explain it? There's just a lot of like nonsense involved. Like they don't care about their fan base. They don't care about the game they're making. They're just doing it for the money and stuff, So like.
Yeah.
Like when you have the people who are actually like going out of their way, some person who's like pouring their heart and soul into this game they're making on their own. People are gonna feel that. And they're gonna notice it.
Oh, for sure. And
that makes people loyal and happy.
right,
Naturally,
of course. And I'm glad you brought that up, like, of all the little things. I mean, of all the ways CEOs could like screw over. And I think this is gonna be like a little throwback for me to bring up of how we would hear about CEOs like keeping around those toxic people, those toxic members, and like even though they should be rightfully fired, they're still gonna get like a little some kind of payment in the end. It's like, what the hell? Or despite all these people being, or when the game is not performing millions and millions of dollars, or not performing millions or earning millions and millions of dollars, like they're still actually performing well. Like they're actually getting noticed. Like they're taking a slow time to ascend, but profits are actually happening. But the CEOs or suits, as I'm gonna call them, they're just like, nah, you know what? This is a failure. This is a massive failure. Let's finish it. Let's end this damn. Let's close the game. Let's close the studio. Screw this. Screw all these people over. Sorry, you guys gonna have to find someplace else to be at. which really sucks. Really sucks.
Yeah. Not to mention these people, like, when it's like no fault of their own, like,
Yep.
or like it's one of those things where they could kind of like it's just to cut costs. I understand, like, truthfully, if a company's struggling, I get that there might be like absolutely nothing that they can do. But you see so many examples of like teams, like whole teams are getting laid off, and the company's doing well. They just released like a blockbuster hit. You know, it's getting crazy profits, and they're like, oh, goodbye. You know, it's just so that it's just for their bottom line, not for not out of necessity. You know, that's the shit that I don't like.
Definitely, man. And yeah, they don't get accountability when it's like their poor decisions of how some certain games turn out. Like, oh, like how much something how well was this advertised? Like, where did the focus of the money went to? Or like, did these people get enough resources when they asked for it? You know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a pain in the ass when like these CEOs just get away scot free. And they're like, oh well, I guess we'll do better next time, but let's fire all these members because they didn't perform our unrealistic numbers. Like, oh my god, it's. Whew, yeah, I think we need to. I know I feel like I need to vent some of this stuff out for quite a while now because it's like, wow, this is terrible. Like, what the hell?
It really is depressing a little bit.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. There's no denial about it. Depressing and
Like, you got the shitting on CEOs of game companies.
Mm-hmm. Sorry about that, folks. We just had like a little glitch, but we are good to go and continue talking about, well, Nintendo stuff other than my CEO bashing from earlier. But yeah, because that's what I think that's what Nathan was laughing about before, right before I was supposed to like tell him about, you know, Nintendo pricing and such. But I looked up quickly, and yeah, the new Switch 2 is going to be. Was I calling it that this whole time? I was saying like, oh yeah, the new Nintendo
You
thingy.
said Switch 2.
Oh, okay. But yeah, the new Switch 2, it will be costing $450.
When you've got one like me.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Shoot, even one of the articles I saw while just trying to look for the price, it said like, this isn't Nintendo's priciest console yet. I was like, yeah, because this original Switch, wasn't it just 400 or 350?
I couldn't tell you. I think it was 3 something.
Yeah.
Sounds about right to me. Like, I swear, like I was at Target the other day, and it was like 3 something.
It ain't easy being this strong.
Oh, but we're looking at that this year's pricing for it, but it does. I felt, during when Switch and everything was coming out, the Switch felt like the most manageable to buy type of thing. Like, I thought it was most manageable to buy, you know?
Yeah, well, I can't remember. When did the Switch come out exactly? It's been a while.
Oh, yeah. That was a very long lifespan for it, so there's that reasoning too. But we can't forget that we're also going to be dealing with tariffs. Unfortunately, as fortunate as it is to like talk about it, like I think that's also a reason why the game prices are going to be as high as they are. It's because of those damn tariffs. Some people are speculating that, oh, well, I guess if you buy the game digitally, it avoids dealing with the tariff stuff. That, and if you were to want to buy it from Nintendo's website itself, because their stuff is yen instead of American dollars, it will be slightly cheaper. Yeah, so who knows? Maybe that's.
Because yen's like low right now. Hell yeah, dude. Yen exchange currency. It's a good idea.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
So I think that's what's going to be happening for. I guess that's. I don't know if. I don't know if Nintendo's going to be like, oh no, we're going to find ways to make sure you don't do that or whatever. But
I like to see them try.
I like to see them try them bitches. But I think that's going to be interesting to see how not the marketing. Well, I guess technically, yeah, but just to see how people will go about with buying the Switch 2 now, especially this new form, you know.
True.
Yeah. So, with that being said, it's 450, and we gotta think about how $80 for physical, $90 for digital is going to be like the norm because of tariffs, economy, building this new setup, and all that. I heard a strange feature that apparently it's gonna have a face cam or such that you can turn off. I'm like, who wants a face cam for the Switch this whole time? Like, who asked for that? So,
That's that's probably a Japanese thing for them, you know. And they're like, Americans are like that. I don't know. I could be mistaken. Maybe there's some demand for it. I just see the purpose of it. I've never been like playing a video game on any console, not just the Switch, you know. But I've never been playing like a video game and been like, man, if only I could FaceTime right now, that would be great, you know.
or
Like
stream.
that would just improve everything.
Damn, I've been terrible. Like, I know we're rusty with doing research beforehand, but then again, I sort of sprung this on us like last second.
It was
But
just like, let's try this and let's talk about this.
and we were just like, oh, we're just full on talking now. We're not even giving like a 5 minute break to research, but
Yeah, and I told you straight up, I am not informed whatsoever.
I don't mind. But fuck it, we're doing it, buddy.
For 450, man, there's so many better things you can get for 4 fucking 50. Like, not to be that guy.
New laptop.
G's back, baby.
Yeah, even like a low end like old game laptop. So like my old gaming laptop, the kind that I used to have, that is about 4 something these days. A little less, some depending. Like you can find them for like 3 something, but you know. It's 2017. Of course, that's almost 10 years old, but like it would still run shit, you know.
Right.
And that's just it, dude. The very end, the video game's gonna get fucking outrageous. That's what I'm saying. I've been saying, at some point, you might as well just buy a laptop. Might as well just get a PC. Might as well buy a bullet.
Yeah.
Save you. It'll like pay for itself in the years later. In 15 years, you know, your 2 console cycles, and you're still there chilling.
True. Yeah. You did said that, and now we're just sort of like, oh, gaming. How's that going so far? Like, the newest games, well, it's once in a while where you're like actually playing something that's like making you think, wow, I'm really enjoying myself, or playing something that you are just not having a great time with. It's like, I don't want to call it AAA trash, but not slop, maybe.
I feel like one thing I look for in games, like one of the main determining factors I use for determining like if a game is good, if it was worth the money, I feel like replayability. You know, or like this, or like
Oh yeah.
if I can't come back to it, then it's kind of a shit experience. Not to be that guy.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like. Okay, so let me give you like an example, right? So like, RimWorld, right? You know, that's a good game. I like that game. I don't. Oh shit, they're about to win, and they're computers. I can't let this happen.
They're not gonna win yet. Don't worry.
Yeah, I just realized that. I went and died for nothing. That's alright. I feel like with RimWorld, it was, I think like it was like maybe 10, right?
Right.
And I paid the like. Just for some reference real quick, I'll go ahead and find out. I played that game for 538 hours.
Damn.
Yeah, a long fucking time. I would go to the library at my college, and rather than study, because I had like gaps between my classes, I would play RimWorld, you know? I'd just be there chilling. Probably won't why I failed my classes, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, it's like that game I kept coming back to for $10, and then like an $80 game, assuming it's going to be like $80, assuming that's the norm. It's just too much. I'm not going to like enjoy games the same way. I think if this is like the model going forward, I'm out of it. Because like, much can you justify? Okay, if you make $10 an hour,
There's still a chance
let's
to
say,
stop them.
because that's kind of like, I guess like the barrier of entry, I would say, for like most people make um, $10 an hour or around there. It's kind of like if you start a new job, you know. So like, if you think of a new job is going to cost you 8 hours of work, that's it. Or 2 for some people. You know what I mean? Like, for me, that just doesn't add up. That's like not.
Take your first shot.
It's not okay. And God forbid you want to fucking buy the console itself too.
Hurting me will not be
I don't know, man.
Don't forget about buying mobile Switch 2s for your family. I was like,
Sorry,
at this point, just you all gotta share. Figure out a damn schedule.
True.
Good lord.
Yeah, shit.
Like, suck it up with just playing on one console only. If you're like really dedicated to only having the Switch on your side.
I think we should all switch to play like old I think we should all play anything through Parsec. Just like online co-ops is far away. That's what I would say.
Oh, for sure.
It's
Like,
just fucking ridiculous,
30 seconds.
it's tough to keep up.
Oh, dude, I'm saying, he pissed like, oh, dude, you know how like if that works, like, oh, you can't play this anymore. You gotta play tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I told you about that. I think.
Yeah, so it's like you pay fucking dollars to play the game for like 20 minutes. It's like, nah, you can play some more tomorrow. No, I'll throw hands. I'll go to Japan. I'll go and fight.
That was a sick
I
rhyme.
forget the guy's name.
Another epic victory.
I feel it. I feel it. Yeah, yeah. Like, it's cool that I can switch between. Xbox became my retro machine for a bit, and I'm enjoying that as it is, while also trying to trying to achievement hunt, because I think I'm finding a bit more fulfillment now from it. Which, oh yeah, for sure. It's a long road, but I'm enjoying it. I'm just taking my time with it at this point. Wish I should, because shoot, try to rush that and you get depressed. But
Fair enough.
yeah. But also like as a retro machine, and sometimes just to play games like with. Well, shit, I don't even play Fallout 76 with anyone, so I'm sort of like wasting my money with that part. Ugh. See, that's another thing. You keep up with so many subscriptions when, if I remember correctly, Steam or PC itself in general, you don't have to worry about doing that. Like spending subscription on.
Online and stuff, yeah, you just
Yeah.
buy the game and there you go.
Yeah, exactly. So there's that annoying thing too. Is like, why are we paying more and more for services and subscriptions when, at least for PC, you don't have to worry about that kind of thing?
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just a sucker.
What I've been saying.
I know. You're telling your shit about me. Actually, I know what you mean. Or do you? I don't know.
Or do you?
But yeah, for that pricing alone, $450, I'm like, I'm no longer feeling excited about the new Switch 2. Like, maybe back then I would be like, oh hell yeah, cool, we got a new console. But now I was like, you know what? I can't care less at this point, because that's too much money going on. Too much money troubles that I'm having going on. I mean, that's obviously a personal thing, but it's more like I gotta be smarter with my money. And $450 right now for a console that just only has like a little couple improvements here and there, a face cam that I'm probably not gonna really use unless I want to. Actually, streaming Fire Emblem would be cool, but still, that's not reason enough for me to get a whole ass new console like that.
I agree.
Yeah, honestly, that's wild. Like, it's like the freaking people that get the newest, latest gen consoles just to play sports games.
Yeah.
Not dissing sports game people, but come on, yeah, I sort of had it coming.
I don't care. You guys gotta get it together. Why are you giving 2K and EA all your money? They don't deserve it. What if they do?
Except take.
Pretty much. Did you realize I accidentally left?
The battle starts in
By
5,
accident.
What?
4,
Oh boy.
Yeah,
2,
no, I'm here in the game. I left.
help get that
Yeah,
vehicle
I
to
just
its
left. I was
destination.
closing. My laptop was getting hot, so I was like, "That's weird." I better close some programs. I saw the Discord had like 7, for some reason, processes running. I was like, "Fuck that!" I didn't even think about the fact we're fucking, talking on it. And I kept talking, and then I didn't hear you. I was like, "Oh no, it was me this time."
Oh my.
Yeah. So
I don't know. You want to jump back in?
I'm just saying I didn't. I don't know if you noticed, but I came back, and I like to believe I was smooth with it.
Oh wow. Thanks. Nice. Very nice.
Never even saw me coming.
But yeah, man. What I said, I don't know if you heard it before. Shit. I said something around the lines of like, I'm out. I was never in the beginning of this, but if I was, hold on, And then I said, what I said, I know how it sounds.
Oh, I did not hear that part. Okay, cool.
Man, that's a damn shame because I thought it was really funny.
I believe you. And that was about the 2K games. Oh wait, the sports games, or what was that about?
It being $400 for the.
Oh. Oh,
just
for sure.
saying
Yeah.
that's too much.
Yeah, for sure.
The sports
No
games.
worries. I've got your
I
back.
feel like I like the sports games, specifically like the NBA games. But one day it just clicked in my head. I'm playing basketball right now, and then
All right.
I can do this, and then I just never. It was weird. It was like one of those life-changing, life-altering epiphanies. Unfortunately, it wasn't a very productive one. It was quite effective,
Yeah.
Definitely changed my way of thinking.
I mean, I know I'll be like, I could be playing something else right now, like when it comes to 2K for WWE, but I'm like, at the same time, like, I'm never gonna wrestle in real life. I may as well just keep playing this. But I know. Oh, sorry.
You were talking.
Oh.
I just get passionate.
Okay. No, I get it. That's what it's all about, with us coming back to doing this. But I just cannot. I'm a lot more smart about it. Like, okay, get one entry, but sometimes skip an entry or two before getting to the next one, just to like make sure I avoid the shenanigans or the bullshit of, removing wrestlers but then bringing them back as DLC. Like, I hate that. Like, WWE, why? Why is that always a thing with you?
Yeah. It's pretty annoying. What can you do? I get it to an extent because, like, they can't, what do you call it? Like, I get it. Like, license and stuff, like, for that roster and stuff, but still.
Oh yeah.
God forbid, someone was on the shelf, they were injured and they're not there in the game or something.
Tell me.
One thing I had this epiphany with, like, the wrestling games and the UFC games is, I was like, they feel a bit stiff, if you know what I mean. Like, you're confined to do exactly what the game will allow you to do. And that might sound dumb, because isn't that all video games? Stuff like, it just feels stiff the more you stop and think about it. And so that turned me off from the UFC in particular, because, yeah.
Maybe it's just
like,
maybe it's the fact that sports games are no longer in your interests. Or like, I sort of grown a bit.
grown out of it,
Yeah, I've grown out of them. Yeah.
Changing. Interesting games changing.
Yeah, it's nothing bad. It's just that, it's just something that really does happen to us all.
I feel like one of those games, they would be amazing in VR. If you make like a UFC game or WWE game in VR.
Yo, imagine. I mean, there's already those games that people were... Sorry. Go on.
I'm just saying, like a good one, that's all.
Yeah. Like, I already seen those games where people are doing some crazy-ass kills and such, like doing John Wick-style action scenes. So I'm like, damn, that looks so fun.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's like Guitar that's like, even in VR.
Yeah.
Like, more, maybe it's exactly like the Guitar.
Huh.
I think that'd be sick to learn in VR, like a game.
It would be.
Fun to learn.
Clearly, you need
I mean, people.
We should get this stuff for like $2.99. You could teach people how to play the guitar. Get first.
Same here. That's my problem too.
And I gotta learn how to make the fucking game. Once we, get past those hurdles, Alex, we're in business.
Oh, for sure. I believe it.
I'll fight for my family until the end.
Yeah, I mean, there's other people like trying to teach people how to drive or learn driving lessons using GTA 5's first-person view. I'm like, that's actually pretty fucking smart. I'm like, shit. I mean, shit, I finally learned how to properly parallel park. Because I always do it when there's like enough space, but if there's like not enough space, then I'm like, I'm screwed. But funny and sad to admit, but yeah,
Be real.
yeah.
Don't do it.
Oh, you just don't do it? Fair enough.
I see that one spot, I'm like, yeah.
For sure, for sure. It's hilarious. But yeah, like VR, you cannot go wrong with that unless, well, I guess you play a lame one, but still, you can have some very goofy fun with it too. And then, yeah, I think we're on the last 6 minutes of talking. So, what is there anything that we want to touch upon other than like, well, the new Switch 2 price sucks. Like we're starting to really respect PC's usefulness when it comes to like trying to get some bang for our buck with consoles. Like, oh my gosh, like current gen, like I feel like it did not thrive as much as it should have.
I agree.
Dear Lord, like the first year or two, I think it was 2 years, no? That how we were having trouble with scalpers and all that. Like, so much trouble.
It was hard to get, like, specifically the PS5s. They were hard to get.
Dude, that was bad. I think they tried to sell more PS4s to make up for it, but I'm like, that doesn't take care of the
main fucking problem.
Yeah, the exclusive problem with PS5, since y'all, which is weird, because then it brings up the fact that there's a lot of PS4 games still being made, or games run a lot smoother on the PS4, but you could run them on the PS5, and it's actually the ideal way to play them. It's like, it's so weird. It's a strange turnout of how the current generation should have turned out. It's bad.
That's life, unfortunately. I feel like there's always that period, that initial, like, maybe year or so, and it's kind of like that.
We didn't ask to be heroes.
So maybe we're being a bit too harsh, but I don't know. I feel like nobody really wanted the PS5. Well, that's not true. I feel like people were excited about the PS5, but I feel like they weren't excited about like the Xbox Series X.
Right.
I feel like it was just like, oh, I guess I gotta get it because all these games now they're doing it for this game or for this console, not the other. I think maybe people weren't as excited about the PS5 as I remember. I just remember the scalping going on.
Oh man, sometimes I feel like I was the only one that cared about the damn scalping as much as the other podcasting community. I was like, am I overreacting? Like, isn't this like a big problem to everyone? But it happens. So I'm like, what the fuck? It's like everyone's reaction to Pokemon cards getting scalped. I'm like, this sucks for the kids. Like, no one cares about the kids. It was like, whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, I was like, fuck. I was a kid once, and I'm like, I wouldn't want my future kids to like deal with this kind of problem just because of dumbass adults like being stingy. I don't know.
Fair.
Everyone overthinking it. Who knows? But I think it's just like we're at this point, we're just jaded. I think that's what it is. We're just jaded from everything that's been going on gaming wise.
Yeah.
And I feel like,
I see that.
and I think today with the news, with Switch 2, it just sort of opened the eyes like, oh wow, I'm really not in it this
Yeah,
time.
not enthusiastic or anything.
Yeah, it's like, what more, what do I have to be really excited about? Like, that's the pricing we're at. This is the price that's gonna get normal for games now, and that's what really sucks. Like, again, if you're strictly AAA, I implore you, please, please try to get into other types of games other than AAA. Like, there's plenty of games in the sea, honestly. Like indie or AA, shit, even 1A games are not that bad. Like, it's just, you just gotta find the good ones. That's all there is really to it.
True.
Yeah. And is there any final thoughts you want to like share before? Oh wow, I can't believe we're saying that. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying it. To finish out the episode?
No, not particularly. I mean, I think we've said everything there is to say, but I do want to thank anyone that comes out to listen, and
Yeah,
appreciate you guys.
yeah, because I know this is not our usual. First off, we've been gone for months, over probably a year. I don't know. I didn't try to keep count because it hurts, but we've been gone for months. This is not our usual way of getting out a reach listeners, so there's that whole little worry. But at the end of the day, if there's really is at least one person that we reached out to, thank you so much for watching, and we hope you enjoy this. Very unique way of, trying to record videos, which is, who knows, maybe it'll hopefully be something new for us to do, especially when we could actually come back to actually finish season. What are we on? Season 3. Wow, yeah. So, with that being said, whoever's here, thank you for coming by. Thank you for watching and listening. And who knows? We'll see more episodes of Random Gamers Corner. Peace out, everyone. Be sure to check out the links and follow what we've been what else we've been up to. Get an Ignis book too.
Yes, please.
Yeah. All right. Bye, everyone. Peace out.